Did you see him?
Gabriel?
Hey, it's Kara. We still don't have any time guide. I'm so sorry.
Hey, she can't hear you. What do you guys need? I can tell y'all. So channel 1 is Lauren, channel 2 is MJ.
Yeah, kind of tight quarters here. As you can see, a lot of reporters, really a lot of reporters here together.
Yes.
Out in the street in front of you. You're going to give us like a minute. Wait for her to come out and address the news.
See the door open. That's a good
That's a good hit.
Great comp. Great comp.
What? I wasn't. I'm slowly starting to feel it, but
she's out. Welcome everybody. Elizabeth Warren has dropped out of the race. We're sitting around here waiting for her to officially officiate it. So they're out in front of. It looks like they're out in front of Elizabeth Warren's house. Breaking news: Elizabeth Warren has officially dropped out the race. New York Times reporting Elizabeth Warren, once a frontrunner, will drop out of presidential race. Ms. Warren said today, senior advisor. What's up, everybody? Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts told her staff she was dropping out of the presidential race on Thursday, ending a run defined by an avalanche of policy plans, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. So this is live. Fox News standing by live as well. We'll just go with it. We'll go with it when it comes in, man. So what's up? Jessley Snipes, what's up? RP Goper, what's up? John Day, John Fleming, what's up? Truth in Politics, haha, Marcus was right again. I said it, well, I don't know, I think we were all right. That wasn't a hard one to call, but I got the stats on the board right here. We'll wait for Elizabeth Warren in her cornerstone apartment or house from, looks like Cambridge, Massachusetts. She's home. She had a beer. She's loosening up a little bit. What's up, Jessley Snipes? She had a couple of beers. So here's the score. 5. This is Super Tuesday score again. It keeps updating. It's updating every few minutes, every few hours. Joe Biden is going to lock in 596 delegates, and Bernie Sanders is going to get 531. That's in addition to what they got in the first 4 contests. So that was pretty much even. So this is only a 70-point race. There's only 70 points separating the burn and the deadbeat. So we've got a 2-man race here. 2-man race. Let me know if is the New York Times audio too loud and I'm not loud enough. Are they drowning me out? I can't tell from this. Let me just lower it. What's up, Lee Veltman? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good afternoon. We're here. We're here to celebrate the rise and ultimately, more importantly, the fall of Elizabeth Warren, who is choking us out, who is choking out Bernie Sanders, and is about to drop out. She is going down. Pocahontas was stealing votes from the good Bernie Sanders, and we can't have that shit, man. Can't be having that shit. So she's out. Here she goes. Here she goes in rare form. There's your chat. That's how I watch the chat, by the way. Let me just do something. I just threw this together really fast. Give me a second. Just give me 1 second. There's the one I want. That's the page. That's the shit right there. That's the shit right there. Here's my chat. Chat back where it belongs. Doing a little housekeeping while you guys are watching. So, yeah, so that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this right here. I wanted to see this right here. So we got a basically a. You're just joining us. We're waiting for Elizabeth Warren to step out onto the grand stage and bow the F out. And, of course, the big surprise, the big mystery will be, will she endorse Bernie Sanders? Will she throw her hat? Will she throw herself in the ring? It's big because of the wonderful thing she does. Because if she does throw her hat in the ring for Bernie Sanders, it's likely that the few delegates she picked up will go to Bernie. And hey, quite honestly, we wanted to see her fail, but she was I always said she would have been a great vice presidential candidate running with the Bern, but I think she stuck her foot in her mouth. She started to attack Bernie. She thought it was good politics. She thought she could take him out. She called Bernie Sanders a liar on national TV. Right? She's lied about her heritage and all that stuff. She's switched her policies. She's technically no longer for Medicare for all, and that's a no-no with Bernie Sanders. That's one of the requirements that there's no way that he's going to take Elizabeth Warren on if Elizabeth Warren doesn't agree 100% to a single-payer system, Medicare for all. So she has a lot of scars against us. Tulsi Gabbard, I know it's just a two-man race, but Tulsi Gabbard's still hanging in there with 1% of the vote. She got her one delegate at the American Samoa. At American Samoa. So here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes again. There she is. There we are at Elizabeth Warren's house. Come on, Elizabeth. Don't be a dick in the comments. Don't be a dick.
You and the bales. All right. So I announced this morning that I am suspending my campaign for president. I say this with a deep sense of gratitude for every single person who got in this fight, every single person who tried on a new idea, the hardworking folks across this country who've gotten just moved a little.
Sorry about that.
Their notion in the fight of my life, what a president of the United States should look like. I will not be running for president in 2020, but I guarantee I will stay in the fight for the hardworking folks across this country who've gotten the short end of the stick over and over. That's been the fight of my life, and it will continue to be so. So, anyone have a question?
What guidance would you give to your supporters who don't know who to support now?
Well, let's take a deep breath and spend a little time on that. We don't have to decide that this minute.
And I wonder what your message would be to the women and girls who feel like we're left with two white men to decide between.
I know. One of the hardest parts of this is all those baby promises and all those little girls who are going to have to wait 4 more years. That's going to be hard.
Senator, why do you think, Senator?
Will you be making an endorsement today? We know that you spoke with both Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders yesterday.
Not today. Not today. I need some space around this, and I want to take a little time to think a little more.
So no endorsement. She didn't endorse. She said she's going to take her time. She's weeping for the young girls.
And also making sure that this works as best we can for our staff, for our team, for our volunteers.
So
Senator, why?
I'm sorry?
It could be coming, but just not right now.
Not right now.
Senator,
Not
why?
right now.
I know that your campaign manager, Roger Lau, said on the staff call today that he had no regrets. Do you feel the same way?
Oh, I do. I have no regrets at all. This has been the honor of a lifetime. 10 years ago, I was teaching a few blocks from here and talking about what was broken in America and ideas for how to fix it. And pretty much nobody wanted to hear it. And I've had a chance to get out there and talk with millions of people. And we have ideas now that we talk about that we just weren't talking about even a year ago. A 2-cent wealth tax and universal child care that could be real. We could make it happen. And canceling student loan debt for 43 million Americans and raising Social Security payments. Those are life-changing events for people.
If you just joined us, this is Elizabeth Warren live dropping out. She's on our front steps of her house in Cambridge, Massachusetts. She has not endorsed.
That there are 2 lanes, a progressive lane that Bernie Sanders is the incumbent for, and a moderate lane that Joe Biden is the incumbent for, and there's no room for anyone else in this. I thought that wasn't right, but evidently I was wrong.
Senator, what do you think?
Weren't able to resonate more with voters and win any states?
As I said, I think that
That was a stupid comment. What is she? She's inventing her own lane.
and I thought it was possible that that wasn't the case, that there was more room to run another kind of campaign. But evidently that wasn't the case.
Was it especially painful to lose your home state, Massachusetts?
No, I am deeply grateful to the people of Massachusetts. Look, back in 2012, they took a chance on someone who had never run for public office before. They ousted a very popular incumbent Republican senator to give me a chance to stand up on a bigger platform and fight for their families, and I am deeply grateful for that. They returned me to the Senate in 2018, and I'm deeply grateful for that. They're the reason I'm in this fight, and they're the reason I am able to stand here today. No.
Senator Warren from Annie right here.
I'm sorry. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Senator Warren. 2 questions for
Sure.
you. I saw you vote 2 days ago for yourself.
I did.
Could you 2 things reflect a little bit about what
And
that
I
meant
thought,
for you?
wow, kiddo, you're not in Oklahoma anymore. That it really was a moment of thinking about how my mother and dad, if they were still here, would feel about this. I had gotten a long email
You know what's funny?
from my nephew.
When you watch this, you watch the Fox News comments. They fucking hate her. Man hate her. Look at the comments. Her husband is so gross. Leaning Bernie.
That moment standing in the booth. I miss my mom and my dad. Gender in this race, that is the trap question for everyone. If you say, yeah, there was...
Cut that Hillary Clinton is going to jump in bullshit. She can't win. She's worse than Biden. Come on, man. You got H.A. Goodman poisoning you guys. H.A. Goodman is poisoning the well with this bullshit about Hillary Clinton. Come on already. Let it go.
Let's take a deep breath and think about this for a little bit longer before we also...
Senator, it was long 2 days for you, or multiple days, to make this decision. What were you thinking about? What informed? What was the final step? That's the last.
A big part of it is to think about all the people who turned their lives upside down to be a part of this campaign. All of the staffers who moved and worked long hours, gave up jobs to be here, took leaves from school, to think about what works for them. This isn't just about me. This is a whole lot of people who are a big part of this. And also our volunteers, to try to think through for all those people who already have invested so many hours and so much of their heart.
It's all bullshit. It's just all platitude. She's full of shit.
Knox and coming to the office and help clean things up and keep it all.
But it's a good day, man. She's out.
Promises. I take those pinky promises seriously.
Oh,
So,
tears.
Those are the things I needed to think through, and how we make all those pieces work at least as best we can for everyone. And one last thing. It's about all the people who are affected by all the issues I've talked about. whether they got involved in my fight or someone else's fight or even not at all. But however we talk about this, there still is $1.5 trillion of student loan debt outstanding. There are still tens of millions of people across this country who one bad medical diagnosis and they're upside down financially.
So vote for Bernie. Medicare for all and eliminate student debt. What's your fucking problem, Pocahontas? Get behind Bernie.
That they can afford. And I had to think a lot about where is the best place for me to go to keep fighting those fights, because those problems don't disappear when I stand here in front of you. Those problems go on, and my job is to keep fighting and to fight as smartly and effectively as I can.
Senator Ruth.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Elizabeth Warren. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Elizabeth Warren has dropped out of the race. Don't let the door hit you in the face or the ass. So that's official right there. Elizabeth Warren, look at all the fake news jockeying to get their report out. We did it live. We did it live right here. You saw it live. Elizabeth Warren is out of the fucking race. I don't know much else to say about this shit, but so Mark Conte reporting Elizabeth Warren is out. Now, I guess we'll have to see the next round of polls. That would be interesting. Let's see how the next round of fake polls. They got anything up today? Oh, look, March 5th. We have some fake polls. Joe Biden. The shenanigans have begun. There's a St. Pete poll out in Florida. Has Bernie Sanders 61 points over Bernie Sanders 12. Still polling Bloomberg and Warren and Klobuchar and Buttigieg. That's all bullshit right there. Here's one I haven't seen. Michigan. I think I saw this yesterday. Michigan, 6-point lead over Biden. I ain't buying any of it, man. I don't buy that shit, man. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, man. So what's up in the chat, man? What's going on today, man? What's up? Dark Side Holly Girl. That's a new name. How are you, mate? Nice to meet you. Liz, don't let the door hit you where the dog should have bit you. That's a good one. Don't let the door hit you where the dog should have bit you. Don't let the... That's good, man. Say what you want. Bernie needs her bad. I don't know about that. I think you would get... as I said, I think I said it earlier, half of Elizabeth Warren's crowd is the old progressives, the people that they like Bernie, but they're a little more receptive to Elizabeth Warren. And the other half are just sexist females that want a vagina in the White House. And that really is the fact. So I think you automatically, I think Bernie Sanders just automatically by default got half of Elizabeth Warren's crowd. Whether she endorses or not, they have to go somewhere. They're engaged people. They're engaged voters. They're not just going to stay home. And I mean, why would you, if your fundamental argument, if you're a sexist woman and you're a sexist and you want a vagina in the White House, why would you, right? And that was your main issue. Why would you defect to, Joe Biden, right? They're both, look, there's a 77-year-old man and a 78-year-old man on the stage. One of these two guys is going to be the nominee. And Bernie has said that he wants a vagina for VP. He has said it because you got to satisfy the sexists. And that will probably be a good one, a good pick. It'll probably be Tulsi Gabbard. Now, again, I don't think that I fundamentally don't think that Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren would make a good team because they're two identical kind of characters. Their arms are swinging, everything's flailing. It's just, they're two the same in that respect, right? They're both very A characters. They're A personalities. They're in your face. Whereas Tulsi Gabbard and Bernie Sanders seem to complement each other. Tulsi has a foreign policy view on regime change wars. We know what Tulsi Gabbard stands for. She's articulate, she's smart, she's an attack dog. She will destroy Pence on the stage when dealing with foreign policy. She's obviously supports Bernie Sanders because she did it in 2016. She dropped out of the DNC as a co-chair or an associate chair of the convention of the DNC when they started cheating Bernie. Right when they started cheating against Bernie for Hillary Clinton, Tulsi Gabbard dropped out and endorsed Bernie Sanders. So look, the other thing about there is a debate, and that will happen on the 15th, right? We're going to get one more round of voting on the 10th. This Tuesday, voting. This Tuesday, we get some votes. I'll show you right here. No, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Tuesday, we get some votes. And then, Tuesday, we're going to get some votes. On March 10, we're going to see Iowa, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, and Washington State. And then we're going to get a debate, and it's going to be a head-to-head debate. It's going to be Joe Biden versus Bernie Sanders. Everybody else has dropped out except Tulsi Gabbard. Now, the rules of the DNC have changed, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you get one delegate. Tulsi Gabbard's got a delegate, She's got the American Samoa. She's got the island out in the Pacific. One delegate where Bloomberg got the other 5. So Tulsi Gabbard officially, according to the DNC's own rules, Tulsi Gabbard is supposed to be on that stage. Now, will the DNC change the rules? Of course they will. They're going to screw her. They don't want her on there. Because the strategy there would be a tag team. Bernie Sanders, Tulsi Gabbard, and Joe Biden. And Tulsi Gabbard's primary function is to destroy Joe Biden. A double team. You cross your fingers if Tulsi Gabbard gets on that stage. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome, right? She could. You know what would be cool? If Tulsi Gabbard does get on the stage and she drops out right on the stage. So you know what? I decided I'm going to support Bernie Sanders. And they leave her, they let her stay up there. Wouldn't that be great? Nonetheless, according to the rules, Tulsi Gabbard is allowed to be on that stage. It's not because of Bloomberg. The requirement for how much money you raise is now off the table. They changed the rule. But it is polling, and I think that because of the one delegate she has, the polling shit is off. The polling shit is off the table, right? You don't have to look at polls anymore because she's viable because she got according to the electorate, she got herself one delegate. So anyway, these are the we're still watching the results roll in, and it's a tight race now. Now you could take all these shit sandwiches off the table. What will happen to Elizabeth Warren's 65 delegates and Mike Bloomberg's 58 and Pete Buttigieg's 26 and Amy Klobuchar's 7 and even Tulsi Gabbard's 1? Those are delegates that can change. They don't have to, because Elizabeth Warren, because Mike Bloomberg voted for Joe Biden, it doesn't necessarily mean his delegates have to vote for Joe Biden. They can change, and they only come in on the second ballot. So whichever one of these two horses wins the plurality of the vote. What's interesting is again, there's the element of cheating. It gives me a nauseous feeling when we have to talk about it that the shit is so rigged against Sanders. Are the machines actually rigged? You bet your freaking ass they're rigged, and that's the frustrating part. But nonetheless. The score right now is only about 70 delegates separating the two. And where could we make up those 70 delegates? Let's look at that. That's a good investigation. Where can we make up those 70 delegates in just March in 2 weeks? Well, if Bernie wins Michigan big, he could certainly advance his lead there. He'll probably win. He'll definitely win Democrats. He'll get these 13. He'll get most of these 13. He's going to get most of Idaho. Probably not Mississippi. He'll probably get. He might get half of North Dakota, but he's going to get the lion's share of Washington. He's going to win Washington State, right? Because all the hippy dippies are up in Washington, so they're going to, they're gonna break for Sanders. So he may be able to chop 20 or 30 off, right? Close the gap there, and then the big one, really, again, the Rust State, the Rust Belt. Michigan is big. If Bernie Sanders landslides Michigan, that's a tell right there, because Joe Biden won Oklahoma and Tennessee and Arkansas, it doesn't mean anything. Those states don't mean anything in the general election. What matters is Michigan. What matters is Illinois, Ohio. Is Bernie Sanders going to win Illinois? I think so, man. I think so. Now, you could say, well, Obama's Chicago. What's up, Chicago? Obama. But I don't know. I think that Chicago's probably feeling the burn right there. You got, quite a number of young people banging on doors in Ohio. So these are the Rust Belt. These are important. Ohio. All right, so Bernie Sanders might be able to close the gap there and get maybe closer to a tie. We move forward. Bernie Sanders will probably win Wisconsin. Hawaii, I don't know. Let's see what Tulsi Gabbard has to say. Maybe Hawaii will swing for Sanders. And then, I mean, I can't even believe we're talking about this, but we're talking about April 28th, all the way out in April. It looks like this is New York is gonna decide this. Last time around it was California, but this time around, when it swings over in April 28th into my neck of the woods, we'll have Connecticut with 60. Delaware 21. Biden's from Delaware. He'll probably take that. Maryland 96. That's big. New York 274, and Pennsylvania 186. Those are big numbers right there. So is it possible, in conclusion, with all of this, and then you got New Jersey way out in the distance, June 2nd. April, May, June. Wow, we'd have to imagine imagine it's a virtual tie and we got to wait for New Jersey. That's just crazy. So if these two horses keep running neck and neck, we have an identical situation from 2016, where the superdelegates and the big shots are in total control. No one's going to get to a majority of the vote. All right, and it's just they're gonna keep cheating for Biden. This is it. All right, it's gonna be, if Biden is the nominee, Biden is he doesn't win to Trump, he loses. It's identical, man. They held him. They stopped Bernie again. They did it. They successfully did it. Now Joe Biden is senile, and Joe Biden is a gaffe king. Is Joe Biden going to say something so outrageous and so distasteful that the corporate Democrats will turn off and turn away from Joe Biden? The answer is no, because they have to get Biden in there. They gotta stop Sanders. Now this is the strategy. You gotta stop Sanders. They don't care if Joe Biden is the president. If they nominate Joe Biden, he loses to Trump, and we get Trump 4 more years. They're okay with that. If Biden should miraculously win, if Donald Trump gets struck by lightning or he decides I don't want to be president anymore, and Biden squeaks in, I mean, they take that too, because Joe Biden's an empty shell. Joe Biden does what he's told. That's why he's the perfect nominee to lose. He has no opinion. He has no personality. He's senile. He has no brain left. So the corporate Democrats are going to do whatever they can to get this shit sandwich in. They don't care what the people think. They don't give a shit what the people, the people. How ridiculous, right? That's what they're saying to themselves right now. Right? They're thinking, oh, these stupid people, man. Fucking, right? Why do we have to listen to the people? Don't we have all the money? We have all the control. We have all the power. Right? Why are we listening to the goddamn people, man? These fucking people are a pain in the asses, man. They should just lay down and go away. You know what I'm saying? So, How we doing so far? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? All right, so I'll kill it here, man. Unless you guys want to talk, man. What's up? What's up? Danny DeVito has been plugging Bernie Sanders videos on YouTube. Bless his heart. Yeah, Bernie's got the artistic community has come out for Bernie, no doubt. Janet says Tulsi ran interference for Sanders. Yeah, she did. Tulsi and other guest speakers on Tucker Carlson saved her ass from war from Iran. Yeah, I know. Tulsi Gabbard's playing it right. She never attacked Bernie. She never laid a glove on him, and she ended Kamala Harris's career. She, to Elizabeth Warren's credit, Elizabeth Warren ended Michael Bloomberg. She exposed Bloomberg at that debate as being a fraud. It's time for Trump to endorse Bernie. I think he already did. Didn't he already say it? He said Bernie's getting screwed. He's getting screwed again. So I think he already did that. I don't think Bernie would win in the general. That doesn't make it right to cheat him now. That pisses me off. Well, yeah, it should piss everybody off. It should piss everybody off that we don't have fair elections in this country. And that is the fundamental problem. But will Bernie Sanders win? In my view, I don't see how he loses. You get them all. You get everybody. You get all the kooky left liberals that want to, they're all about immigration. You get the snowflakes. The snowflakes will easily get behind Bernie Sanders, right? No doubt about it. It's Bernie Sanders' umbrella is huge. You get the people like me, the independents, the people in the middle that understand the fundamental problem in this country is not immigration. It's not what bathroom can you take a piss in. The fundamental problem in this country is not a social issue. It's an economic issue. And the current occupant of the White House, Donald Trump, believes in a trickle-down economic theory that has failed. Maybe started as a good idea where the corporations have all the power, have all the control, give the corporations all the breaks in the world, and then they'll trickle that prosperity down to the little people like you. And it simply is just a big fat lie. So you get all those people too, all the people, the Occupy Wall Street movement. You get the real heart and soul of the country, and the old people will go along with it because I saw a couple of commentators on mainstream media say you have to look at the youth. Got to look at the young people, and the young people of this great nation want Bernie Sanders. Universal single-payer health care. It's well overdue. They want college debt. They want the debt off their back. They want a free college system at city and state universities, not at Harvard and Yale and Princeton, but at the corners, the community college on the corner, where they don't have to go in debt for 10, 20, 50 grand, right? Public education. That's all they want. They want to stop the wars. They want to. They don't want to see a government that spends $750 billion to fight an enemy we don't have in terms of the military-industrial complex, and then have that same government turn around and say, "Oh, we can't spare $70 billion of that to feed our people and keep the SNAP program going and keep feeding people until we figure out the problem." Right? We don't have a president that will, at least at a bare minimum, remove marijuana from the federal crimes books. Trump can do that in a stroke of the pen. He could remove it from the federal, books of controlled substances. He can make recreational marijuana legal across the nation. Right? No more crime. Expunge the record. Simple things like that. That's all. That's all Sanders is talking about. It's not simple for the. It's not simple for the market. Let's see. Let's go visit the stock market today. Stock market was down. It's down 900 right now. Ha ha ha, ha ha. Elizabeth Warren had no effect. Elizabeth Warren has no effect. Let's look at it in terms of. Wait, maybe Elizabeth Warren does have an effect. Maybe Elizabeth Warren does have an effect. She announces and the market continues to go down. All right. She announces and the market continues to go down. See, here's where Joe Biden was getting a little momentum. Oh, the fix is in. The fix is in. The Democrats call up Lloyd Blankfein at Goldman Sachs and say, don't worry about it. We got this one. We're going to crush Sanders. That old fuck, we're going to take him out. We got the machines rigged. And pow, the market goes up. All right, and then it corrects itself, and now it's doing the old dead. It did the old dead cat bounce because Sanders got crushed on Tuesday. He got crushed, and now reality's setting in. Maybe, whoa, wait a second. Let's look at this math. Let's look at this math. Whoa, wait a second. We didn't stop him. We only slowed him down. Brokered convention. Half the people walk off the stage, right? They like that. Wall Street loves that shit. They're not gonna. They don't suffer from a contested convention. Wall Street doesn't suffer from a contested convention or chaos in the Democratic Party or disgruntled people. They don't suffer at all. Because why? Because if Biden loses, they got Trump. It doesn't matter to them. So that's all. That's all we got here. Legalize freedom. Yeah, legalize and regulate all drugs. I would say legalize, but to the degree that marijuana should be regulated is really a farce. Because, I was just in Las Vegas and I saw the prices of marijuana, and it's the same price as it was when it was illegal. Why is a 1 gram of flour $20 or 3.5 grams, 3.5 little grams of a flour is $50 and $60? Why is that? When this stuff costs pennies to manufacture. Well, when you legalize the seed, and you show people you make a little book, 10 pages, and you show people how to read, how to grow. Right? That's legalization. Now, heroin and cocaine are very destructive drugs. I agree. They are mood and mind altering and physically devastating and addictive. However, making it, adding to that problem, that quagmire, if you will, the idea that you're going to end up in jail for using these substances, that makes absolutely no sense. So, prohibition should end, and it could end with Sanders. So anyway, it does. I agree that the current state of the crack and heroin is a killer. I'm not saying that that's not the problem. When you say legalize drugs, you're not saying promote the use of drugs. You're saying the opposite. When you legalize things, suddenly the mystique and the hidden magic is eviscerated, right? So anyway, I'll kill this right here. I shut my music machine off. So Mark Conte reporting on the latest news. Elizabeth Warren has dropped out of the presidential race. Bye-bye, Pocahontas. She has not endorsed anyone. She has to sit on it. She has to give herself a little time. She in her little rant, she did plug the progressive lane. She did. She said she made a distinction between only 2 lanes exist: the moderate lane and the progressive lane. And she's tried to separate herself from those two and say she was somewhere in the middle or some other lane, which is total nonsense and bullshit. You're either for these policies and you get the label of progressive, or you're not for these policies and get behind Joe Biden. You're the moderate. That's the rule. That's what it is. You want to redefine that, then you're a moderate. If you want to say you want healthcare, not healthcare for all, but for some, then you're a moderate. You want to eliminate some student debt and not all student debt, well, then you're a moderate. You want to eliminate some wars, but not all the wars, well, then you're a moderate. That's the point. It's pretty cut and dry there, Lizzie. So thanks for joining me. Thank you, Terry B. Thank you, Jessley Snipes, Christian Stage Wrangler, Joseph Mama, heroin. Joseph Mama, Terry B. Thank you guys for joining me on this afternoon. Thank you all for not being a dick. Janet Muslad, middleman prophet of all of us taking our tax dollars. Yeah, it is the middleman. I agree on that with the especially with the with almost with all things, especially healthcare. We have these middlemen screwing us, right? So good job, guys. Thank you, Truth and Politics. Thank you guys for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting.